Sorry, guys. Lost connection there. Don't know what's going on. Kind of weird. We just lost complete connection. So I'm back. Um, I don't know what happened, but yeah. Yeah, so again, if you're on a budget, the Duralast Gold stuff and the Duralast Gold rotors are good. If you got a little money to burn, I definitely recommend the Power Stop brake kit. They actually offer an entire kit. Everything comes in the box: pads, rotors, performance pads, and all the extra replacement little goodies that you get with it. Um, Definitely a good recommendation for you guys if you guys are doing a brake job on your car. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this tube right here. Yeah, Power Stop. You get a little snips here. No, you're welcome, Ronnie. Hopefully that helps out down the road for you. If your car is stock, by the way, if you're doing like spark plugs, just get the factory NGK stuff. Don't get the. There's no such thing as performance spark plugs. It's OEM or nothing. Don't get, don't have them swindle you into other stuff. So yeah, don't do that. Okay, just get the stock. If you're tuned, then I recommend what's it called? The BKRE copper plugs for tuned cars. Nice. Thanks, Tiny. The pads would help us a lot. Uh, Thanks, D Stone. All right, so the hot end is almost ready to get removed here. Yeah, clear up my workspace now. So I do have to remember what goes where. Good thing I have two other printers for this, just in case. If you guys want to see what I'm doing, I'm going to point down a little bit. There you go. So right here, these are pretty much the main wires for the hot end on this 3D printer. Now, oh, what can I think for the rear calipers on your car? I think it's just bolt on because I think they have the same rear end on the cars. Honestly, Tiny, I think they just bolt right up. Because a lot of guys use Mark IV rear calipers on Mark IIs. They bolt right up. You don't have to do much. They just got to make sure you have you convert it from drum obviously to disc, and you just get the matching the disc brake for a Mark IV, and they, like I said, they fit beautifully on there. Yeah, you would have to replace the brake hose, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just a standard rubber hose. There's not a, you can just find a basic rubber hose and just make it fit. Not really anything special. But the caliper itself just bolts right up. D Stone, thank you, but nothing that would benefit us on since it's a 2.0. If you had a diesel, What we really need from a diesel, we need the EGR tube. The one on this car cracked, and we also need a charge pipe tube. Apparently, this one had a motor mount failure, so it rubbed a hole into the charge pipe. So those are the two biggest components that we need to replace on this car to get it working 100%. So for the main wires here on this hot end, you'll see here. Oh. Body wise, we're literally hacking the body up, so we're not caring about aesthetics very much on this car. What's funny is mostly everything is working really good aesthetically, which is actually really interesting for a $600 car. Like I said, guys, if anybody on here that's watching us and if they have a diesel, we need diesel parts. That's what we really need. Thank you. I appreciate it though, guys. The offer is very, very kind. You guys don't understand. I definitely, yeah. We're not getting rid of the bumpers 100%, but we're literally gonna destroy them. We're gonna hack them up to fit custom made like bumper guards and stuff that we're gonna put on there, skid plates. I mean, this thing's gonna be lifted like no tomorrow, so we got to make sure it meets the look. Oh, sorry, get off my lawn. That sucks. I love that guy's screen name. Get off my lawn. You know what? Oh yeah, remember I ordered the hot end. Yeah, I ordered that with my card.
It's here.
Yeah, that's right here.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah. No, Tiny, don't give me a lip for the car. I'm gonna destroy it, dude. Give it to someone who actually might need it, not me. Yeah, we don't care for aesthetics. We're not caring very much for the aesthetics portion of this car. It's more making it work. That's all we care for, honestly, is getting the car to work. Is our biggest thing right now. And the car runs, but we need it to actually work correctly. You know. All right, first set of wires out. Oh, damn it! I knew there was a zip tie missing. No, not yet. I'm gonna return it tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I want to go back to work. All right. So all the hot end wiring is out now. Now to remove the hot end here. Yeah. Yeah, man. If you guys have any other questions, though, feel free to ask as I work. I don't know if you guys like watching me work, but to me, it's satisfying to watch someone work and get stuff done. So out with the old. What is? Yeah. And what's the new? Now, apparently, this is directly from Creality. And it's in the original nozzle, so I'm hoping this is right. Because I ordered another original nozzle, and that one didn't last me not even a year. So hopefully this lasts a lot longer. Give me a new tube. At the moment, no, Tiny. I don't have a coolant temp gauge to give you. Interesting. Now, this is a different color hot end. This is actually a brass hot end in comparison to the aluminum billet one. I wonder if they had a redesign because these were failing. I wonder. Very different. You guys can see that. Parts are actually different on this one. Very interesting. Well, let's see. So feeding these things are a nuisance, by the way. Do that stupid wiring over here. Oh, just enough tube. You know what, Tiny? I'll do whatever you want. You're a homie, man. You don't need a signature from me to say that, but I'll sign it. I even put my nipple on your car if you want. You're the homie, bro. You've been there for me for quite a few times, and you've been helping me out. So I appreciate it. I wish I was able to help you out with your VR, honestly. I really wanted to get you going. Oh, yeah, Wookiees in the Woods, super cool. I wish I owned a freaking R32 or something fancy like that. So were your chains pretty easy to do, Tiny? On the Mark III? You have some tape there? Yeah, just some simple tape. How'd the car do when you took it on the drive? So currently I'm taping up the end of this piece. This will allow me to feed it through the freaking thing over here. That's awesome, Tiny. Good job, buddy. Good job, man. Not an easy job to do, so I'm definitely glad you were able to knock that out on your own. No, you can never beat the VR, man. The VR noise is beautiful. It is definitely one of the most angelic noises you can listen to, if that's even a thing. All right, now I'm going around. me see here. Hold on. Only thing I need to do next is cams, delete the secondary, and chip. Yep, I agree. Yeah, man, VRs. That's the next kind of car. Well, I'm now learning TDIs, which is pretty cool, I think. I mean, I'm definitely learning a lot with Chris on this one. And he's teaching me definitely a lot of information that I didn't know. So I'm very blessed and happy that I have friends that know about these cars and are willing to give me, slap some knowledge on me, man. You'd be surprised at how many people keep information to themselves because they don't want to share, what they know. And like I said, I'm glad that I have a lot of people, more than enough people that are willing to share this great information with me so I can talk to you guys about it so we all can do stuff together. I agree. I am 100% with you on that one, Tiny. But my thing is, I want to ask a friend that actually knows what he's talking about, not just a random person. Because you'd be surprised, like, oh, I know how to work on that, and then they have no idea what they're doing. That right there is not a friend. And then something breaks, yeah. But one thing I know Chris from Kermit TDI is very, very knowledgeable about Mark IV TDIs and ALH motors especially. So I had no doubts in his knowledge and what he gave me. So what he told me about his car. So about the car, I mean. So I'm pretty happy. No, I agree. Some of the, you broke it friends are, they help. They are the want some good experiences, but I'd rather have someone say, I don't know what I'm doing and let's figure it out together versus, hey, I know what I'm doing and then he broke it. Because then I feel like a chump because I trusted someone who had no idea what they were doing, but they said they did. To me, I don't know. Exactly. Break, fix, repeat. That's my channel, man. That's what it's all about. I agree. Aw, shnikes. Well, that didn't work out. I gotta go get my strippers. Give me a second. I believe it, dude. It's so much work. And then to end up redoing it all over again, yeah, I would cry too, man. I would cry too if that happened. So now we're popping in the power cable here. We're gonna screw this bad boy in here. I think the dumbest thing I've ever done was I don't know if you ever done a timing belt on a Mark IV, but I was putting a timing belt on, and on a Mark IV, there's a motor mount that the timing belt sits in the middle of. So what happens is you're supposed to leave the motor mount in there and put the belt around the motor mount. Well, I took the motor mount out, put the belt on, and I couldn't put the belt back on because I couldn't put the motor mount back in after I timed it and I got everything on there. I had to take it all apart again and then redo the job with the motor mount in place. It was the dumbest thing. I was just like, oh my god. What only took me 2 hours to do ended up being like a 4-hour job. No, not Lance's car. This is a long time ago when I used to live in Vista actually, with my car, with my very first Mark IV. That was
My car.
that was Carlene's car,
That's the trailer.
which is the trailer.
The baby.
Yeah, our baby. No, Lance's car went on beautifully. Tiny says hi, babe.
Hey, Tiny.
Speak louder, he'll hear you.
Hi, Tiny.
There you go, Lance. I mean Lance. There you go. Tiny. Carlene actually spoke words. He's laughing. What is going on with this piece? Is not clamping down. There we go. That's down. Popping on this guy over here. What's going on, banging? Hey. I love how everybody's willing to talk to each other on here. I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being nice to each other, nice neighbors. Look at that. New hot end installed. Oh, rear window regulator. Have fun with that, man. Have fun with that. The moment you said window regulator, I already started crying. I hate window regulators. I hate doing them. Too much work for such a small job. go. That's back on there. What's the best way to get it out? I don't know. I honestly, I don't have a recommendation for you, man. Sorry. I don't like doing them. It's literally the worst thing in the world to do. Like, I wish I could give you some good advice for that, honestly. If it's just the motor portion, then it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 screws, but if it's actually the entire window regulator, you have to cut the rivets out, unfortunately. That's why I hate them so much. If that's the case, if it's the rivets that went bad. I mean, if it has rivets in place. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go test fit this. I mean, not test fit it, but test the hot end right now. Give me just a moment, and we're gonna figure out if this worked. If my repair worked out. I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta go put it over here. You guys can see where I'm going. Because the power cord for it is actually inside the cabinet over here. All we need to make sure is that the hot end gets hot. That's it. Everything else works. Oh, there's a screw I was missing. If the rear locks don't work on your car, the motors probably went out, or there's a short, or you have a fuse going bad somewhere. Ray, blah, blah, blah. I love Ray. Ray's such a good guy. Yeah, it's Ray. All right, give me a second here, guys. We're going to test hot end on this really quick. That's what it was, Ben. Yeah, replaced the hot end, fixed it. Woo! Fixed the printer. Nice. Well, that fixed it. And she is not your wife. Holy crap. The hi, wifey. Well, technically, we share wives, so yes. I guess I can agree with that for the moment. All right, that solved it. Fixed the problem here. Now to put it all back together. And get back to printing. I'm behind on a couple orders. This guy failing on me. The good thing is it was only a $16 fix, so can't complain. That fixed the hot end on my my Ender 3. Now we're going to put it all back together. Yeah, we can do that, Tiny. I won't have a lot of time, but yeah, we can do that. No banging. I still haven't fixed the actual door lock issue on my car. Not many people know about this issue. I've been really lazy about it too, by the way. Ooh, yeah, I can definitely make you a VR6 grill badge. Hell yeah, I would make that. And what's funny, I actually got a couple of those Mark IV badges in development already. So yes, definitely something we can make for you, Tiny. I made this little thing, little fan cover for my 3D printer. Didn't turn out really well. I had the level, the height not really well set up on it, but it still came out really cool. All this does is just covers the fan hole, so I don't get any debris in it as it prints. Dude, banging, don't worry about it, man. I'm in no rush to get it fixed. If this what's it called? If this geez, if this works out, then we'll see. Because all the alignment's gonna be off on this printer, by the way. Carly, was it banging that won the toaster?
No.
Who was it?
Maddie.
Huh?
That's Maddie.
Maddie Dread won the toaster, yeah. Oh my God, Tiny. I can't tell you. You can come over and see it, but I can't tell you anything on here. I can't show you or any. I mean, yeah, no, man. There's the paint job's done, if that's what you want to know. But no one's gonna see the car until it's actually up and running. We don't got much left. It's just a motor and an interior left. That's it, and the car's ready to be driven and given away. But that's all I can really tell you information-wise, though.
Top secret.
Top secret, yep.
Yeah, another code word and a handshake.
Yeah, you got another code word, the handshake, the wiggle wiggle. But no, not gonna tell you. Even Carlene hasn't even seen it in person. I've only shown her pictures.
It's pretty in pictures.
It's pretty. It's super pretty in pictures. But in real life, whoo! Bro, show us. No, I'm not going to show you guys. I'm not going to give into peer pressure. If I was drunk, maybe, but not sober. Not going to tell you guys. Not going to show you guys at all. It's only fair. Ray, you better not take pictures of that thing.
You don't know where it is. He doesn't know where it is.
Well, I can garage it over there at Paul's, and he can't even go there. So I'll make sure it's password is New England clam chowder. What's funny, banging, my wife loves clam chowder. You can bribe her with that.
Montana
Montana pancake. Oh, those were funny.
It's awesome.
That was awesome, yeah. But no, I'm not going to show you guys pictures at all. Yes, Tiny, I will take pictures of your car. Maybe we could take pictures of our cars together. You know? We could go on a bro date. You know, go take pictures.
That non-running car.
No, he has a running car.
I said our non-running car.
Well, for the moment. He'll get running. See, he was about to say that. No. See, we're bros, man. We know. I said go on a bro date. And he's all, I was about to say that. Go take pictures together. Drive our cars.
Is that your Valentine?
Yeah. Yeah, Tiny can be my Valentine. That's fine. And yes, car parts are Valentine's Day presents. You can use car parts for Valentine's Day. It is acceptable. See? And Tiny's giving me red brakes, so it's already ready for Valentine's. You know, I do put out for for car parts, just so you know, Tiny. I know you're just gonna give me the car parts, but you know, I put out for them. Just want you to know, bro. I'm here for you. I can't even say it with a straight face. Jeez. What's going on with the internet here, man? We should put little hearts on the car. Should paint some hearts on the Mark IV that we're building. It's already ready. We just put some little black cutouts or something. Some silhouettes of hearts. Oh, it'll be super cute. So super cute. Let's see here. These screws. Kiko. I know, guys. I wish you guys were closer, man. I'd be hanging out with you guys all the time. But I don't. But it's okay. I got my wife to hang out with. I got the other homies here. An occasional Tiny. Tiny shows up at random. D Stone. Got the wife here her Beetle for Valentine's last year and paying it off V-Day this year. Woo! Nice. Yeah, babe.
Are you paying monthly on my phone too?
I don't know. Is there a monthly thing on your phone? Look at it later.
Never saw it before. This is mine and that's me.
Oh, your mom's.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
From the notebook.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
We'll look it up later. I have to figure it out. But do a paint style for the name, like the hood might get mods or. Well, the paint on the car, I don't know what we're gonna do paint scheme wise. We want to make sure it's functional. We don't want to make it look pretty. That's for sure. So I don't know yet what we're gonna do for paint scheme on the car. First, we want to lift it. We want to just make sure everything else works, and then we'll go from there. I gotta go get some zip ties. Be right back. Now, before I do, I got some extra screws here. Pop it in over here. Up yonder. All right, now it's got to zip tie the crap out of this thing, and it's ready to go back. What's that, David Hernandez? It's a 3D printer. I don't know if you've seen one before, but I had to fix it. What went bad is actually this right here. This is what we call a hot end, and if you guys can see this little nozzle right here, it's where the plastic comes out. This little block heats up, and then this right here heatsink cools the temperature to regulate heat that goes into this to make sure that everything goes in smoothly. So that's pretty much what went bad on this guy. So I had to fix it. Exactly. It's an off-road used car. It's gonna get trashed. That's for sure. That's why I'm really not putting the effort into making the car pretty. More functional than pretty. Function for sure all day over form. No, I don't want to rattle can it. I got a lot of people asking for that, but yeah. Any advice on a budget turbo build? Yeah, actually. If you're not going to do any internal work, yeah, Noctua makes really good fans. These little 40 millimeters, they make them. They're $20, but they're good stuff. These fans are legit. They have a very long hour lifespan, so I love them. But yeah, everything you see here is actually I made myself. This is all custom made over the factory setup. It's pretty legit. Cools parts a lot faster than what came with it out of the box. So it's actually called PetsFang. This is actually a PetsFang blower system. Really, really nice. I love it. But yeah, Tiny, for your question about the turbo, the cheapest thing you can do is you need to drop your compression, so you need a head spacer. So you're definitely going to need to pull the head off and do all that. I would probably go to SPA Turbo for an exhaust manifold and probably turbo. That'll set you up about $800, $900. eBay for intercooler piping. Let's see. I would find a shop that can make you a downpipe. I think by the time you're done, you're little under 2K if you do it right. Ivan Orozco, funny thing, yes you can. You can 3D print a 3D printer almost like, let's say 80%. The other parts you're going to need to buy obviously are your motors, because you can't 3D print the motors. But yeah, you can actually do it. Yeah, there's actually people who 3D print 3D printers, and all the mechanical portions you can't obviously use, but you can 3D print, but you would just need to replace the motors. That's it. I mean, it's not that hard. Like everything that's stationary metal that's on here, you can 3D print. Whether or not it's going to print nice is a whole other question. That's for sure. That's one thing that probably won't do is print really nice. You can 3D print the external portion of the motors, but the internals you can't. You require metal for conducting, for making the motors work. But you can print a lot of this stuff. I'll be right back. I got some zip ties. Luis, you actually can 3D print zip ties. There's actually you gotta print in a different material. You can print in nylon because that's what these are made out of. This is nylon, and yes, you can 3D print zip ties. So take that to your brain right now, because you can 3D print them. I think these zip ties are a little too big for this, but whatever, they work. Yes, you can actually 3D print metal. There is you can 3D print that. Not cheap, but it's definitely doable. Tiny, yes, I actually have all the measurements ready for your actual gauge holders for your car. I've actually been doing the final testing for it, actually, for your dash. I've been actually working hard on that. Ray, yeah, HRE 3D printed some wheels. If you knew, Ray, you know, I don't know if you ever heard of HRE, Ray, but they've 3D printed some wheels. The HRE is a pretty cool company. They make really expensive wheels, and yeah, they actually And they 3D printed some wheels out of metal. Yeah, no, definitely HRE's got some really nice stuff out there, man. I agree. Too rich for my blood, though. Way too rich for my blood. I'm all about the affordable stuff, you know? Big crap wheels. Just so you guys know, 16 valve Caddy Boy works for HRE. Just so you guys know. So that's Ray Ray. What about my Mercedes wheels, Ivan? I know you've been asking already for a while. What do you want to know? Oh, nice. Yeah, have fun trying to get a hookup from Ray Ray, man. I've been asking for a hookup for him for the past, I think, what, 2 years now? Ain't gonna happen. That company is super stingy. That's okay though. I mean, for good reasons. It's not cheap stuff, by the way. I mean, this stuff is expensive, so they can't just randomly give everyone a hookup. All right, printer's ready to start making some products again. So glad about that. Make sure everything flows nicely. Cool. Yeah, ended up working really good. We family though, skip lines. I wish it were that easy, man. No, Ray does not actually know TJ Hunt. Actually, personally, I think we all know who he is. I mean, I don't care for the guy. The guy is not the nicest of people. Cockiest guy I've ever met, or I've ever seen. But whatever, you know. I don't know. I don't care. All right, I'm gonna go put this bad boy back in its cage. So give me a second here. We're gonna fire her up and see what's going on. Battery's about to die. There we go. Got some juice. All right, printer's ready to go back in its home and get back to making products. You guys have any other questions while I work? I'm here to answer your guys' questions. That sucks. My wheels, without the copper plating, David Hernandez, you're looking at like $600. And then with the copper plating, add another $2,000 on top of that. It's about $2,600 after I was done with everything. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind that when people start making money and get popularity and who cares what they do, they're going to start being cocky. And if they don't come from humble beginnings, they're not going to be humble. They're going to stay cocky, you know. D Stone, where do you live? I mean, Banging, where do you live? We're going to let this guy warm up for a little bit. Make sure it reaches proper temperature. So, David Hernandez, each wheel for the whole set, just without the copper plating, was $600. And then $800 per wheel to get get polished, copper plated, and clear coated each wheel. Just so you know. Virginia, jeez, yeah, man. That's gonna be a no. That's far. But if the future of Pinche Al's Garage does become successful, and I'm hoping that we become successful, honestly, I would love again, this is something we talked about before, and I would love to travel the whole entire United States and fix people's cars for free. Why not? I think that'd be so much fun meeting you guys, hanging out, pounding down a couple cold ones, and working on cars, fixing them, building them, doing whatever. That's my dream. That's honestly a dream that I've had for probably a good 2-3 years now. I want it to happen. I honestly do, but oh man, that dream is definitely a far off place. But yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to do, man. But sounds like a lot of fun to me. That sounds like a good time right there. David Hernandez, yes, you need adapters. you need wheel adapters. You need to go from 5x100 to 5x112, and then you want 15 millimeters in the front and a 20 millimeter in the rear. All right, this thing's spitting out proper plastic now. Now we gotta level this. No, you're totally welcome. Totally welcome, David. See if I guys can bring you all the way over here to see this. Hopefully, you guys can see that. There's the printer right there. This thing's super hot right now. I mean, 20 in the front's nice, but 15 millimeters way better, honestly. It has a little bit better look, personally. It's about to kick on in just a minute. We got about another, 10, 15 degrees to go. See if I can get you guys. Sorry about that. Give me just a second here. They will tug good if you got the proper, got your fenders rolled correctly. You got the right size tire underneath. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved for them to sit right, but yeah. Damn chest congestion. Freaking D-Stone's sick, man. Oh no, Banging's the one that's sick. Yeah, I didn't get sick, man. We got another 3 degrees, and then it's gonna start spitting out some plastic. Then we gotta do an alignment. We gotta do what we call a leveling as it prints, so we make sure that the print stays perfectly flat around here. And there it goes. Now it's making its way down. David, to find those wheels online or the adapters? What are you trying to find, David? Okay, so this is way too high. All right, looks like it's doing good. I think I got the bed level. I think the bed level looks good. Gotta wait until it prints a whole entire layer, though. Wheels and adapters, yeah, that's all you need. And the tire sizes, personally, I recommend for running those wheels up in front, you want to use 205 40 18s, and then for the rears, you want to run 215 40 18. Pretty much, they'll have the same fitment as what I have on my car currently. It's like really smooth for some reason, not thick. Not really enjoying this right now. I'm gonna let it print and see if it makes a difference. Again, this is a brand new hot end. This is a brand new, yeah, everything's brand new on this. So I'm wondering if the temperature now is too high for it. Very curious. I'm gonna let it print. Let it print for a little while. Yes, Ray Ray. We can talk in private. I'm letting this guy print out right now. So now I'm back. Yeah, baby. Get you guys back on my computer here. Back to this. All right, guys. So, you guys have any questions for me at all still? I mean, we've been talking for about an hour. Not bad. I mean, I've been working the entire time, so it's kind of like a trade-off here. Any other questions though, guys? I mean, I'm here to talk. Would I sell my wheels? Whew. That's a good question. That's a very good question, Ivan. I don't know. I don't know if I would sell my wheels. That's a hard one. I've had them for so long, and I love them so much. It's that car's personality. That those wheels belong on that car. So I don't know if I would sell them. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I have the cojones to sell them. Yeah, I don't know, Ivan. I mean, if the price is right, I mean, anything's for sale, honestly. But I mean, you got to get me on the right price, though. You can't just be like, I don't know. I don't even have a number for how much I would sell them for to begin with. But yeah. Yay, normal view. Yeah, I mean, we're back. We're back. Back to the normal stuff here. I've already started making diffusers. I got a couple designs in line. I just got to cut them out and see how they look out. How they look. Yeah, you got me sweating. That's for sure, man. That's a question I don't like hearing at all. I'm not a big fan of selling my car parts. You know, if there were rep wheels, yeah. So how to do it? How to do what? Jose Hernandez? Banging, the KO4 is still going on. The contest is still going on. We just haven't hit enough entries. Where I've been keeping track of all the entries. The contest is still going on. Tomorrow, actually, I'm posting more stuff. But yes, I agree. The contest is still going. It is a KO4 from APR. It's actually a Borg Warner turbo. Um, uh, Pretty much supplied by APR. Yeah. Oh, timing change. Oh man, Jose Hernandez. Um, if you can find me on Facebook, Jose, I can give you the link to download the Bentley manual, so you learn, so you can do it on your own. Let me see here. You had a question though. Yeah. So Jose, I have a book I can give you that walks you through it 100%. But you got to find me on Facebook so I can send you the link to it. Okay. Oh no, banging! I got a much bigger turbo than a KO4. Much bigger. My turbo sizes. If you want to compare a KO4, here's like a KO4, and okay, here, I can give you a quick comparison. Okay, so yeah, like this is a KO4, and this is like what I have in my car.